Our scene opens as Agent Draper is being escorted down a sterile hallway. The tile on the floor clicks under your handler's shoes, but you are in sneakers and scrubs, kind of your standard uniform here at Control. You've gone through some twists and turns from your room, and finally you reach the door of Senior Instructor Snyder. From inside, you can hear music, some kind of classical, though you're not quite sure what. And your handler knocks on the door. You hear a voice call, "Come in." And the handler opens the door for you, gestures for you to head inside.
Was he holding on to me as he was taking me, or we just kind of
Side by
passively?
side.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Yeah, I'll just glance at him once and then step into the room.
Okay.
Kind of just like nervously scratch my hair, and it looks a little disheveled, maybe more than it should be for your average agent.
Absolutely. Your handler nods back and shuts the door behind you, and you are left alone with Senior Agent Snyder. The senior agent is an older gentleman, kind of thinning on the top. He is not in the standard issue kind of scrubs like what you have. He is actually in a suit and tie. His office is simple, but on the walls you can see books. There's a gramophone in the corner and files on his desk and nicely organized. He seems a very astute sort of man. And he gestures to the chair in front of his desk and he says, Agent Draper, congratulations. Please sit, sit.
Thank you, Instructor Snyder. I hope I am a worthy, selection.
Oh, I think you will do wonderfully, my dear boy. Please, drink anything.
I look down. Is there a glass of water or anything?
He has a little bar cart over on the side of his office that he's gesturing to. It has various juices, it has water, um, and
I
nothing alcoholic, you notice. But
Okay. I was gonna say he probably would lean in and be like, maybe a little whiskey.
we're
I
going to
guess not,
make the
huh?
first roll if you'd like to actually ask. You can again use any of the attributes, force, instinct, or access, and this will not count towards your heart rate.
Okay. Hmm. Well, I suppose I am trying to communicate with him, so
Hmm.
maybe I could use my communication skill. My instincts at a 4, so I assume
Okay.
I roll 5 dice, right?
You actually roll six. So keep in mind that if you have a pip in zero, that still counts as one dice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I mean, that's 11 there.
Okay.
If I roll the other two, that's a 6 and a 6. That's 12. Does that
Nice.
count? Yeah.
Yeah. So 23.
Yeah.
He chuckles and kind of taps the side of his nose, and he reaches down into his desk and he pulls out a bottle that is about half full. And he says, I thought I'd like you. And he heads over to the bar cart, pours two, and sets one in front of you.
You're all right, Instructor Snyder. I'll take a swig.
Don't tell the others. I reserve this for only my best.
I gotta admit, from the look of this place, I was expecting all button up and being quite upset at everything I say, but I appreciate the attitudes.
Well, all work and no play goes downhill rather fast here at Control, Agent Draper. But if you play your cards right, you'll do well. I have. And he gestures in his office, sits down across from you.
Yeah, real well. So, what can I do for you?
Well, you've graduated from training. Congratulations. I wanted to check in, make sure you're feeling all right, make sure you've got everything you need to succeed. Your first dive is tomorrow, after all.
I think I have everything. I mean, you don't let me keep anything, but I think I certainly have my mental faculties. Last
Good.
time I checked.
Those will be important once you get into the city. Is there any questions that you had? Well, everyone's a little nervous. It's been a while since my first time, but everyone's a little nervous before their first dive.
Yeah, it does feel like the first day of school in a way. I have been thinking about since training these personalities. Keep telling us that we're going to come across. You say we shouldn't really interact with them much. Or do you think that they're actually real people that are asleep, or are they just something created down there?
He chuckles and kind of wags a finger at you and he says, "Now, I appreciate how keen you are to ask these questions, but that is above your clearance level. You work hard, you gain commendation points, you show your leadership and tenacity. I will get you the answer to that question."
Okay, that says a lot, actually.
Excellent. He stands up, sets his empty glass on his desk, and motions for you to do the same.
I'll kind of mimic him almost exactly in a somewhat joking, mocking kind of sense, but not too much. And
Mhm.
stand up, give him a salute.
He holds a hand out for a handshake.
Oh, and I'll put the hand out.
Wonderful. Well, good luck, Agent Draper. And he steps over to the door and opens it. Your handler is waiting outside, hands crossed in front of them.
Well, what are your plans tonight, Snyder?
Oh, Draper.
Same
And
as every night, right?
his countenance kind of gets a bit more serious, and he says, "I appreciate the tenacity, but make sure when you ask questions above your pay grade, they are relevant. Do you understand?"
I do. I do. I'll tell you what I'm doing. How about that? I'm going to be staring at four walls, and I'll probably just pee on the floor just to see what happens.
He tilts a head and says, "That's not a way to get questions answered, son."
Hmm. Well, everything always leads to some kind of answer, but I see what you're saying, and maybe I'll tidy up instead.
Probably a better call.
Give him another phony salute and step out.
The door shuts behind you, and the handler starts walking. He walks just kind of back to your left, um, and gestures to particular doors. And you notice, and you've experienced this a number of times, every time he goes through a door, he presses in a code and then swipes his hand across the front, almost kind of waving at the sensor. Um, Control is a maze, and you're not sure you could kind of get around without someone, but there's no map. They seem to know exactly where they're going.
And
And
this person isn't
yeah,
hooded or anything, right? Like I see
no,
their face. Okay.
yeah, they are pretty plain. It's just a man, probably lower middle-aged, brown, sandy brown hair, brown eyes, kind of not super fit, but not out of shape, if you will. Just a
I can
very
kind of
nondescript man.
I can kind of understand. I'm not in the best
Yeah.
shape either. If I were to bullshit with him, if I said something like, "Hey, have you ever had your senior agent give you a drink?" I got one. Would he have a response in any way?
Do you ask him that?
Yeah. I'll say that out loud.
He kind of looks over at you and he says, "Well, Agent Draper, I don't have a senior agent, so I suppose the answer is no."
Lucky. Well, all right.
He continues to walk you down. Do you try to make any other conversation, or do you just let him lead you back to your room?
At this point, I'm still trying to figure out whether he's even a robot or human or what. So I kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably say something like, "You got a great memory, buddy," as we're walking this maze.
Thank you. It has taken a lot of work to memorize these halls.
Ah, but you have memorized it, huh?
Of course.
What's down that way? I'll just put down a random hallway.
Above your clearance, Agent.
Ah, that damn clearance. All right, well, I guess I'll have to work hard and just raise my clearance to find out, huh?
Absolutely.
What was your name again?
Above your clearance.
Damn. All right, above your clearance. Well, I appreciate you walking me here.
You're very welcome. And he waves his hand in front of a final sensor, and the door to your room slides open with a hiss. And he gestures to let you back in.
I'll step in, give him just a big friendly smile, and I'll say, I'll see you later.
And he nods, and the door slides shut.
As soon as the door slides shut, my demeanor like completely changes, almost to like one of not of defeat, but of like I've been putting on a show of everything's a-okay, and
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, I think Draper would probably spend most of his time again, like for the 100th time, kind of poking around his cell, trying to figure out if there are any ways out or anything like that.
Yep.
Um, it's a complete show for Control whenever he's out and about. Otherwise, when he's by himself and alone, he seems pretty desperate to find an escape.
So your room is a 10 by 10 by 10 box. There is a single bed. There is a desk bolted to the floor and a steel chair. In the corner, there is a button you press and a facilities will pop out. You press the button, it slides back in. And there is a panel on the wall that you know slides open in the morning to bring you a change of clothes and slides shut once you have retrieved it.
I think I will go under the chair. You said it was a metal chair.
The chair is metal, yes.
I've been secretly growing my thumbnail, and I'll go under and I'll just put another etch in the metal to try to denote another day, and look at
Okay.
all the little etches that have been left under there, and then I'll just probably walk around until I get tired and fall asleep.
Okay. Tell me highs or lows.
Highs.
You can't, no pun intended, put your finger on it. But you could have sworn there were more notches. Agent Cooper, your handler is walking you down the hallway. Now, you know that your mentor was killed in action. You don't know why, you don't know how, above your pay grade, above your clearance level. But they walk you down a hallway and you are brought to a room with music playing in the background. Your handler knocks 3 times and a voice calls, "Come in." They open the door and you are shown inside.
I will step in.
Your handler closes the door behind you and you see a middle-aged man thinning on top, books on the sides of his office. His desk is tidy with papers all over, and there is a gramophone in the corner. Senior Agent Snyder steps around the desk, and he takes a measure of you, but he offers a small smile, and he says, "Congratulations, Agent Cooper," and he holds out a hand.
Thank you, Agent Snyder. I'll shake it.
Please, take a seat. And he sits on the other side of the desk to you.
Yes, sir. And he'll very nervously sit and start kind of primping himself and self-grooming, make himself comfortable.
Nervous, Agent?
Terrified, yeah.
Don't be. Everyone's first dive is a little bit intimidating, but based on your scores, I think you'll do just fine.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Of course. Now, and he kind of leans back and steeples his fingers. He says, I do apologize for what happened with your previous mentor. It's a shame that this had to happen prior to your first dive. However, I am here if you have any questions, any concerns. I'm at your disposal for now, until we assign you a new mentor.
I'm of the impression, Agent Snyder, that any questions I have will probably be answered by it's above my clearance.
Well, that's fair. But nevertheless, nothing about your dive, nothing about what happened. You can certainly ask them. You're not going to get in trouble, after all, for simply asking a question.
Was Agent Gardner on a dive when what happened?
He kind of looks over your shoulder a moment, then returns eye contact. He says, yes.
Hence why I am scared shitless, sir. With all due respect.
Now, Agent Gardner was doing more dangerous work than you will be doing. So, rest assured that although this is your first dive and you are going into Blue City, you won't be encountering the same challenges he did.
Okay. What is the goal objective? What's the objective for the dive?
Now that I don't know. Your debrief tomorrow will provide you greater context on that. But I can only assume you will be asked to acquire a hostile personality.
So what Agent Gardner was doing was more dangerous, but we're going after a personality that's described as hostile.
Yes.
Roger, sir. Any tips for the first time?
Don't talk to strangers, and right is right, Agent Cooper. Just remember that, and you'll be just fine.
Okay. Will do, sir. That's easy enough.
Good. And he stands and he gestures at the door.
Yes, of course. He'll stand and again kind of wipe his slightly clammy palms on his suit pants and reach out a hand.
He glances down and then takes your hand. Very, very brief handshake.
Very brief, yeah. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Of course. You step out of the door and your handler closes it behind you. And similar to Agent Draper, your handler, every door, she waves in front of the panel after typing in a code. Takes you left, right, up, down, hard to tell. It's a maze. Do you try to make conversation? Do you try to do anything on your way back, or do you allow her to lead you in silence?
I allowed her to lead me for a little bit, and then I think after a little bit, the silence gets a little bit too much for him, and he'll ask, are you able to say how many dives you've been on?
None.
Oh. Do you want to?
That's not my speciality.
Are you able to say what your speciality is?
She gestures at you. I support the agents.
Okay. It's not boring.
Oh, certainly not.
Okay. You say so.
Eventually, you return to your room. She waves a palm in front of your door, and it slides open, and she gestures to let you in.
he will step inside.
Door slides shut. Same 10 by 10 by 10 single bed desk facilities.
Probably pace for a little bit and go from like sitting at the desk to lying in the bed to pacing and just passing time.
Okay. Agent Harper. You are walked down the hallway by your handler. And eventually, you come to a door with no noise behind it. Your handler knocks, and a woman's voice rings out. Come in. And the handler pushes the door open and gestures for you to enter.
I nod and enter in.
Door shuts behind you. This office is a little chaotic. There are still bookshelves and all sorts of things. There's a cart with beverages. The desk is a bit messy. You can see some of the folders have been kind of haphazardly thrown. You can see the chairs have been kind of scooted around. But behind the desk is a middle-aged woman, her hair kind of pulled back in a tight bun, and probably 5'6", 5'7", in a suit and tie. And she stands smiling as you enter, and she says, Agent Harper, welcome. Congratulations. Please, take a seat. How are you feeling after all that?
Fine, I guess. How should I be feeling?
Fine is perfectly acceptable. Some people feel nervous, some people feel excitement. Really, it is, anything is acceptable.
Do I have a reason to feel nervous?
Well, it's your first time in Blue City, is it not?
Sure, but why would that make me nervous?
Well, some people find new things nerve-wracking. I'm glad you're not one of them. It means you'll keep a cool head in there, and that's important.
Cool head's my specialty.
And that's why you were picked, Agent Harper. Now, I just wanted to check in before your first dive. As I say, some people find it exciting, some people find it intimidating. Obviously, you do not. But I wanted to make sure, did you have any questions, concerns, need some last-minute advice, anything like that?
I mean, I assume we'll be briefed on what we're doing. Is there some sort of team or something?
Yes, you will be with 2 other agents tomorrow for your dive. And she reaches down onto her desk and kind of shuffles some papers and pulls out one. And she says, yes, Agent Draper and Agent Cooper. You will be with the 2 of them for your dive. Both are also junior agents, their first time as well.
Great. I'm just sitting there and I'm consistently, like, bags under my eyes, consistently snapping my arm with a rubber band. Just over and over and over. And I just... Was there anything else?
She looks down. She says, 2 questions, Agent Harper. First, where did you get the rubber band?
Came with my socks.
Huh. Second, you seem nervous. Are you sure there's nothing you want to speak about?
I'm not nervous. I'm just ready to go. You know, this is... I hear it's going to be the best sleep I've ever had.
That is certainly true. Well, I mean, if there's nothing I can help you with, she stands and she gestures at the door. If you ever need anything, you know where to find me, or at least your handler does.
Of course, yeah. Right is right, control is... And just kind of motion and then turn and head for the door.
All right. Your handler begins leading you back to your room. Do you attempt conversation or just...
No, just super quiet with a consistent snap. Snap. Snap.
You get to your bedroom door. And before your handler waves a hand in front of the panel. They turn and they look at you, and they hold a hand out.
Snap.
And they eye the elastic.
Snap. Take it off. Snap into their hand.
They catch it, wave in front of the panel, and the door opens.
Go in and give them a super straight salute.
They do not respond. They simply wave at the panel, and the doors shut. What do you get up to before the lights go out?
I assume the room is set up the same. I
Yep.
just go sit at the desk and kind of put my head on my fist, and occasionally my head falls off the fist, and then I jump back awake, and I'm just trying to stay awake.
Okay. The lights eventually turn off for all three of you. It is automatic. There is a brief flicker 5 minutes before they do as a warning. And then you are encased in darkness. You are all woken, as you are every day, with the lights turning on automatically in your windowless, sterile rooms. Around you, you see the same 4 steel walls, the single bed, the simple desk. The door opens, and your handlers arrive to bring you to breakfast. You are sat at separate tables and served a simple, nutritious breakfast with a side of orange juice. You have 15 minutes to eat, at which point you are bid to stand, and your handlers bring you all into a briefing room with a mirrored wall ahead of you. You are each given a chair, while your handlers stand behind you. After a moment of silence, a door to your left opens, and a middle-aged woman in a pressed black suit enters with a folder under her arm. She sits and reveals a hostile personality debrief. "Agents," she says. "This is Evan Gray, last spotted in the theater district of BLU3 City. You are to apprehend him and return to control. Are there any questions?"
Or how do we apprehend him?
Right is right, Agent Cooper. You should remember that from training.
Yeah, right is right. That's right. Right is.
I got a question.
Yes.
What's
Agent
your name? And
Draper.
I'll point to Cooper.
Cooper.
Oh.
Yes.
And
The three
your
of you
name, and
are-
I'll point to Harper.
Harper. So you're Draper, then?
Ah, funny coincidence. The whole pseudonym thing, the purr. Interesting.
What did you say your name was?
I'm Draper.
Okay.
Sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to introduce myself.
Of course. This is your first die of the three of you, so it's only understandable you have questions. Any others before we send you on your way?
When you say right is right, does that mean we can kill this guy if we have to?
Oh, you're serious? Well, if you remember your training, Agent Draper, killing is not quite what we do here. You are to capture them, apprehend them.
Okay. I don't remember what I did before I got here, but I certainly don't remember being able to capture people. Any of you guys have that kind of experience?
They give us buttons.
Oh, that's right. The buttons. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. I'm 100% ready then.
Good. Well done, Agent Cooper.
Thanks.
Yeah, well done, Agent Cooper.
I start slow clapping.
There's something in my eye.
Her lips purse, and she, you can see her holding back an eye roll at these youthful agents, and she says, "If that's all," and she stands. "Control will be watching," and she leaves the room.
Whew. Am I right?
You hear the door open behind you, and your handlers, each of them, are waiting for you to follow. Do you?
Immediately.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you are led into the auditorium, which you have heard referred to affectionately by other agents as the slab. It is a large room with 3 reclined medical tables. You are all strapped into a table by your handlers, and nodes are attached to your temples, your chests, and your wrists. Eventually, your handlers each place a mask connected to a large metal tank over your nose and your mouth. Over a speaker in the ceiling, you hear, "If you would please close your eyes and count backwards from 10. You start to feel cool air from the mask hit your face. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, darkness overtakes you. And the first thing you hear is the rain. Agent Draper. The next thing you hear is the click of heels on a marble floor and gentle, practiced laughter. You smell turpentine, glue, and just a hint of bleach. You open your eyes and you find yourself on the upper floor of a well-lit art gallery. Agent Cooper. The next thing you hear is the clack of pool balls hitting one another, and a faraway voice you can only catch snippets of as it shouts something about left field. You smell beer, fried foods, and sawdust. You open your eyes, and you find yourself sitting in a booth near the back of a bar beneath a stained glass lamp that floods your corner with red and blue and green light. Agent Harper. The next thing you hear is the hiss of a steamer and the clink of ceramic on wood. You smell the rich aroma of coffee and freshly baked bread. You open your eyes and you find yourself in a small dark pantry filled with flour and dried fruit. You all notice you are no longer in your standard issue scrubs. Instead, you wear dark suits, and on your left lapel, a small silver pin with a question mark engraved on it. What would you like to do?
Well, I'll probably first kind of stamp my foot on the ground, make sure it feels solid. I'll probably walk up to the wall, even press on it. Do things feel as if they're supposed to feel like?
Yeah, it feels real for all intents and purposes.
I'll slap myself. Does it hurt?
It hurts.
Oh, I remember from training that I can ask for stuff from Control. Control, can I have a walkie-talkie?
Roll access.
Okay. I'm not bad in access. I have a 3 in access, so that means 4 dice, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Whoop, one just fell. Oh, well. 12, 13, 14, 15 total.
As you kind of shout this into the ether, you feel a weight in your pocket.
Either I just crap my pants or, and I pull out the walkie-talkie.
You hear a crackle. Please be advised, Agent Draper, although we appreciate the enthusiasm. Try to avoid being so conspicuous. Over.
Roger that. Over. And I'll turn it down very low so it's quiet and just put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm going to start just kind of exploring the space and seeing if my comrades are here, and if not, I'll probably eventually make it out the building.
Okay. You do not, in fact, see your comrades, although there are other people in this room. As I mentioned, there is a woman downstairs with a gentleman in a suit. They're dressed, she's kind of in a tweed knee-length skirt and a jacket, her hair coiffed up in sort of a vintage 1930s bun situation, and he's got a fedora on his head.
Yeah, I'll probably approach them, and when the woman laughs, I'll just join in nonsensically, and then lean myself up against the counter of whatever they're close by. And this is a beautiful art gallery. What's the name of this art gallery again?
Everybody move an object from one bowl to the next. For the viewers, don't worry about it. The woman kind of blinks at you, and it almost seems like it takes her a moment to focus on you, and she's, the Smith Gallery, sir.
Ah, Smith. Yes, such an original name. Wow, beautiful here. Well, do you have any which way's downtown? And I'll point out the building.
Which part of downtown are you looking for, sir?
The Arts District.
Well, you're in the Arts District, sir.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna just go exploring.
Of course. Have a lovely day, sir.
Bye, guys. I'll just start walking backwards, like kind of keeping my eye on them, see what they do.
They go back to their conversation after maybe giving you that was weird kind of look.
Okay. Yeah. I'll step outside and just start kind of exploring the city and looking for my friends. I'll actively do it if there's a role to possibly try to find them.
Yeah. Access would be a role that you could use for that. You're also welcome to utilize instinct of some variety to do that as well.
It sounds like I do have a way to communicate with control now with this walkie-talkie. If I did radio in quietly as I'm walking the street, could I say something like, Control, should I try to meet my teammate somewhere in particular?
Roll. Actually, no. Everybody just move an item from one bowl to the next. I won't make you roll for this. And you hear a response come through. Yes, please find your fellow agents. Often during insertion, things can go awry. They are likely close by. Over.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for that. Over. Where would Cooper and Harper be? And I'm just kind of looking at the different buildings and places that I see. Can I actually see writing? Like, is there writing on walls and posters and stuff?
Make an instinct roll for me.
And
a reminder to everyone, every time you roll your dice, add the number that you get to your heart rate.
Thank you for reminding me of that, yeah.
Yep.
That's 14.
Okay. The text swims in front of your eyes. It's very hard to make out. It's almost gibberish. The more you focus, so you turn back to the Smith Art Gallery, for example, and it just says Art Gallery for a moment, and then it swivels away again. It doesn't seem to make any sense. It almost gives you a headache looking at it too long.
For some reason, I was almost kind of looking for it, and it makes me think, okay, that's interesting. All right, and I'll make a note of that.
Okay. We're going to put a pause in Agent Draper and move on to Agent Cooper. Where are you? Or rather, what are you doing?
Cooper immediately just kind of looks around, takes stock of his surroundings, realizes he's in a bar, and I'm guessing it's pretty populated. There's people playing pool and...
Yep. It's not shoulder to shoulder, but there's definitely a crowd here.
He takes a couple of deep, shaky breaths. It's like, okay, remember, find the others, contact, find the others, coming. And he'll kind of stand up and with his hand kind of over his face, start walking, beelining right for the door, going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And just kind of push his way out the door onto the street.
Okay. You find yourself on underneath an awning. It is drizzling. It's very damp. But you are outside.
Immediately gonna look around to see if I see either Harper or Draper.
Okay. Instinct or access. I will allow any and either.
I love it. That's an 18.
Oh yeah. It does not take you long. You probably find Draper just as he's putting the walkie-talkie back in his pocket. You bump into each other.
Hey, Draper.
Cooper, we made it.
We made it. We just gotta find Harper, and then we gotta call control.
We could also just fuck off and go check the city out, right?
No, we can't do that.
I'm just joshing you. Of course, yeah. Let's find Harper. Come on.
How are you so relaxed?
I'm. Are you kidding me? We're like in a dreamscape. This is crazy. I'm kind of just trying to take it all in.
Yeah, but you know this can kill people, right?
I mean, you can die in real life too. I mean, we're fucked one way or another.
Well, we don't know the rules of this place yet.
But we're going to find out.
You're gonna get me in so much fucking trouble. I can already tell. God damn.
Oh, come on. This is the part where you say this is going to be a beautiful friendship. Come on.
Let's just find Harper, please. For the love of God.
Hey, do you notice that the words don't remain on the buildings and stuff?
I don't look. If I don't look, I can't see it. And if I can't see it, it can't fuck with me.
Cooper, oh my God. If we're going to be like enslaved in this weird system, at least let's like enjoy it.
Let's at least play by the fucking rules so we can do it for a little bit longer.
Do you think they can hear us now?
Yeah, 100%. They can't hear us now.
All right.
What did they say? Control is watching, right?
Hey, I got a walkie-talkie. You should get one too.
Fuck, did you get that?
I asked Control for it. They said you can get stuff if you ask them.
Oh my God, you didn't do that in the middle of wherever you ended up, did you?
I was in an art gallery. There wasn't a lot of people around.
Oh God, Draper. Okay, low profile. Low profile.
All right. I'll pop my collar and shake my hair up and walk with him.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. All right. Find Harper.
All right. Speaking of Harper, what's up? How's it going?
I am memorizing every bit of this pantry that I can. I am just making this very mental, like what I can see, what I can smell, everything about this pantry I am memorizing before I exit.
Okay.
And then I actually don't even think I want to exit. I just want to, once I feel like I've sufficiently memorized this area, I want to close my eyes and I just want to think about Agent Draper and how I would like to be beside him.
Okay. I will allow... Give me a roll that you'd like to roll and tell me why it'll work.
You're aggressively thinking about me.
I'm like, I just want to just punch him because he talked to people. But I don't know he talked to people. So, let's see. I think some sort of instinct
Sure.
roll, I think. Or I could argue force and strategy.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So I don't have anything in strategy, so that is just 5 dice because I have a 4 in force.
That is correct.
Cool.
And again, a reminder to everyone, every time you roll a dice, you add it to your heart rate.
Odd. Okay. 22.
So you close your eyes and you think really, really hard about Agent Draper. Agent Draper, Agent Cooper, you are walking down the road and suddenly Agent Harper appears behind you.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Harper!
Shh. Did you make it here okay? Did you talk to anyone?
No.
I talked to somebody.
I smack him in the head.
Fuck! Ow.
What the fuck are you
Don't-
doing?
Don't talk to people. Don't draw attention to yourself. Keep a low profile. Yeah?
Why does it matter if we keep a low profile?
Agent Cooper, why does it matter if we keep a low profile?
So Control doesn't fucking have any reason to fuck with us.
Look, we're all clearly. I'll look at my walkie-talkie. All right, we'll talk about this more in private. That's fine. Where should we go first, agents?
We got to check in with control. So if you've got a walkie-talkie, key him up.
Hello, Control. This is Agent Draper. I wanted to check in with you and let you know that all 3 of my agents are together. Next orders, please.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
There's a moment. And then you hear a response. Please acquire the hostile personality, Agent Draper. Last location, the theater district.
So I heard from a little birdie, aka a personality I spoke to, that we're in the arts district, which is obviously different than the theater district. Hey, I got information. Like, it's useful. You guys didn't find out where we are.
Great job, Draper. Great job, buddy.
I thought that would be helpful. Okay. Well, I mean, the theater district can't be far from here, can it?
Depends on what the city wants to do today, I guess. That's what they said in training. It just...
Hey, Harper, you just appeared behind us. How'd you do that?
I just wanted to. I don't know.
Oh.
You just thought about it?
We're dreaming, dudes. We're literally... We're dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought, the whole thing with Control being able to give us stuff, I thought there was something programmed about it. But I mean, yeah, no, it sounds like you have...
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't have moved if Control didn't want me to move.
When I appear in this world, I'm in a very nice suit, like kind of how Cooper is. But can I think of myself being in like a much more like what I'm wearing now, kind of a ragged, rundown look?
I will take any argument for any role. Let's do that thing.
Yeah, I will use I'll try to use my intelligence to perfectly imagine myself in what I actually want to be wearing.
Go ahead.
That's a 12.
You close your eyes, you think real hard about your outfit, and Cooper, Harper, you blink, and Draper is dressed differently than he was before.
Ooh, yeah, my heart's racing a little bit because I'm realizing, like, yeah, we can do almost anything in here. This is amazing. Gotta keep it cool though.
Yeah, cool. Let's are there cabs around?
You see a lot of cars. You do not see any like yellow taxis.
Okay. Trolleys or buses.
I will also note that the cars all are Packards and other old styles of vehicle.
Love that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for like public transportation, like a trolley, like a something, subway.
Make either an instinct or an access for me, please.
With pleasure. Can I use my navigation talent as well?
So, a reminder here, you can roll access, and then if you fail, or you're slightly under the 11 that you have to hit, you can then roll navigation to bump that up. So you don't have to roll all of them simultaneously.
Gotcha. Okay. And that is a 12.
Okay. As you're looking around, you don't see a bus, but you do see a newspaper stand with a little sign on it that looks like a trolley.
There you go.
You want me to ride the newspaper? What do you mean?
Just come with me. And he'll walk up to the stand.
Behind the counter at this newspaper stand is a gentleman probably in his 60s, bald as an egg, wearing a boater cap and a bright, colorful shirt. And he smiles and he looks you up and down, Cooper, and he says, "Hey, another one of them, right?"
Are we allowed to talk to them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Here's your team, right? Do you have another one? You guys always travel in packs.
Harper, this person wants to say hi to you.
He tips
What do
his
we
cap.
what do we call you?
Clarence, it's a pleasure to meet the three of you. First time? I don't recognize you.
Yeah, first time.
Welcome to the city. What can I do for you?
Are you real?
That's a question, son. Are any of us real?
We need to get to the theater district.
And he reaches underneath his counter, pulls out a little box, and he reaches in and he kind of whirls around and pulls out 6 tokens and kind of hands them over to you. You should have money in your pocket.
I'll reach in.
You, in
Oh.
fact, have money in your pocket. And he holds out a hand.
Here you go.
He takes it and hands you the 6 tokens. One there, one back.
Where does it pick us up?
He points down the road, just that way, right, and then left. You won't miss it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clarence.
Thanks, Clarence.
My pleasure. Good luck.
And Cooper will pass out the tokens, 2 to each. That was fucking
Just like a silver or copper token or something.
Yeah, it's just a little copper token.
Does anyone notice this is like a video game? Like, other than like being able to control the stuff we think of, it's very, very VR. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's, the mind, subconsciously, unconsciously, whatever the term is, it's keeping things tidy, organized, in place. There's rules.
But this is like the subconscious of like everybody, right? Like,
I said that's above our clearance.
it's just so, like, look at these cabs, the Packard, like, who? If I dream, I'm going to dream of a modern taxi cab, not an old one.
I don't want to know, honestly.
You don't know, you don't find out, and if you don't find out, you don't.
What happens if you find out, Agent Draper?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What happens when you find out?
When you find out, you go back to your cell and you sit there until you're needed again.
You also find out if you fuck around.
So I've heard.
Never met more people who are more just resigned to doing whatever somebody tells them, even if it means their death. I mean, fine, whatever.
Why do you say that? What do you mean? It means our death.
I mean, look, I've been playing along just to like get to this clearance level, but what the fuck are we doing? We're being held captive, basically, to do a job to just like hunt people in the dreamland. This is nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we do. It's why we're here. It's our purpose.
We
Do you
do
remember
it because
anything else?
No, I don't, but I certainly come from some kind of inquisitive background because I can't stop asking myself what the hell is going on.
Have you ever?
You're the first two people I've met that are not smiling agents, and so I was just hoping to find a little camaraderie between the three of us.
You want camaraderie? Just enjoy not being in your tiny little cell for 2 seconds and walk around.
She's right.
Yeah, fair
If
enough.
anyone
Okay.
could move one item from one bowl to another.
Motherfucker.
Okay, I'll play along. I'll be quiet.
Just
don't mind me.
no. Just remember, like, has Control ever seemed like they love questions?
No.
Maybe you'll find out more by not asking.
You play along. Clearance answers.
Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, you're making sense. You're making sense. I'll behave. I'm good. I'm cool.
All right, let's go get this trolley.
Trolley. Here we go. Okay.
Start walking.
Wonderful. So you're walking, the water splashes under your feet, cars pass you by. Sometimes
I'll jump in puddles.
everybody move an item from one bullet to
God
another.
damn it.
Sometimes you pass people with umbrellas just making their way between businesses. But eventually, you find yourselves at a trolley station. There's an awning that you can stand underneath. There are tracks on either side, and a bank of phone booths as well. With the old-fashioned kind of the folding ones, the ones that you pick up the ear thing and you speak into the box. And as you're standing there, you notice there's no posted schedule that you can see, but you're standing there for a minute, 5 minutes, who can say? But a train appears, a trolley, not unlike the ones you might see in San Francisco with the kind of rough tops and the open sides. And the door slides open with a ding.
Step in.
Yeah. And I'm looking for either the box or the outstretched hand in which to place the token.
There is a box.
Plink it in.
Can you put one in for me?
No, give me one of yours, stupid.
I want it, just in case we need it for some reason. I just want to use yours.
No, because then I'm going to get stuck.
I'm going to pretend to put it in and then like slide it under my jacket.
Harper?
Do I
Yeah,
see that?
I definitely put mine in.
I don't know. Roll instinct and maybe
Okay.
Draper something force or even access.
Yeah, access I guess makes sense.
That's a 14 for me.
I won't have you add these things to your heart rate
Oh,
since
cool.
it's just it'll be number versus number.
I think I just hit 11.
Okay. So, yes, Cooper, you see this.
Draper.
All right, fine. I'll put it in.
Okay. It clinks, door shuts, and the trolley starts moving.
You can't figure out the confines of your prison if you don't test the boundaries.
Are you familiar with the butterfly effect?
Yes, I'm familiar with the butterfly effect. I don't know why, but I am.
Butterfly flaps its wings, right? Hurricane.
Yep.
The impression I've always gotten, right or wrong, the more we do down here, the bigger the fucking hurricane. Eventually. Just, we gotta play by the rules, man.
We play by the rules, then we're being governed by the rules forever.
Yeah. Look, all I know is your mentor still alive?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, mine's fucking dead. Like dead.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Fuck off. Anyway.
I'm being sincere.
I
With a smile on my face.
This shit has consequences. I don't know what they are. You don't either. But man, the more we fuck around, the more we're gonna find out.
Well, what if I want to fuck around? What if I want to find out? What if I want to fucking die? I don't want to be a fucking whatever we are in this situation forever. I had a life before all of this. I'd like to get back to that life if I can.
Can you do me a favor and don't do it on our time?
Yeah, all right. I'll be a good soldier.
Really?
Please.
Because you said that before we got on the trolley. You said, I'll be quiet, and then you stomped around in some puddles. So, are you really going to be a good soldier?
I don't think I was a soldier in my past life, so I will try to do what I think a good soldier is. I won't make any noise.
Great.
While this is going on,
Yeah.
Cooper is going to close his eyes in exasperation. But as he does so, he's going to concentrate and think very, very, very hard about having a gun in his suit pocket.
Okay. Access.
16.
You feel weight in your pocket.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys just standing at the front of this trolley, or are you going to sit down? What is going on?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no, I sat down as soon as I got in.
Yeah, I was assuming like we were walking and talking and then sitting down and like preferably in the back.
I'm gonna sit down and man spread and just like be really obnoxious about where I am.
Okay. Well, as you make your way to the back of the trolley, you pass a woman. A dark gray suit with like a knee-high suit. Also wearing a fedora on her head, just reading a book. Her eyes kind of glance up at the group as you walk by, but she doesn't seem to like register you. I mean, we've all used public transit before. But she just sitting there reading as you all head back.
I will try not to talk to her. I'll just look at Cooper and I'll look back at her and Harper, so tell me about yourself. What do you like? What are you into?
I am mentally making a note that she is reading, and then interrupted by Draper's question. What? Say that one more time.
What do you think about when you're not doing jobs? You like to paint? You like to sing? What are you into? Your hobbies?
Do you get to have hobbies in yourself?
I mean, I have a hobby right now. I'm trying to remember to mark all the days down that I'm living in here.
How's that going?
I think the metal heals itself here because there's not as many notches as there should be.
Yeah. My hobby is staying awake.
How long have you
Ironic,
been
huh?
awake?
Well, I'm not awake right now, technically.
You think you snore?
I don't know.
It'd be funny if all three of us were in there snoring right now.
Is the woman reacting to our conversation at all?
Make an instinct or access roll.
Okay. 12.
You don't see her really reacting at all. She seems pretty engrossed, or at the very least, doesn't really care.
Okay.
I'm going to start whistling All I Have to Do Is Dream by the Everly Brothers as we pass our time.
Nice.
Everybody move an item from one bowl to the next.
Even when I keep to myself, I make things worse.
The trolley pulls into the station, and you notice the rain has gotten a little bit heavier. Instead of a misty drizzle, it's proper rain now. The woman, as the trolley is approaching the station, closes her book, puts it in her purse, and steps off the trolley when it comes to a stop. Welcome to the theater district.
It is really coming down. Anybody want an umbrella?
I'm okay.
I just walk out into the rain.
And we'll make a scene. Here we go. Follow.
Yeah.
The theater district is glitz and glam and beautiful. The streets are cobblestone of a kind of a yellow with metal kind of inlaid in certain places. The buildings are red brick, beautiful, well kept. And there are marquees with lights all over the place. Big wooden, mahogany, cherry doors, all sorts of things. In some places there are red, those red Oh my goodness. Ropes have for lines. There are crowds of people waiting outside of some of them. And this street goes on. It's like what we would think of as 6 cars wide. It's huge, but mostly occupied by people milling about. And there's a very big roundabout at the end. And at the very far end that you can see is the largest theater here, with a massive marquee, lights flashing, and it's just glamorous. And that is the theater district. Where would you like to go?
It is pretty here.
Yeah, it is. What do we know about this guy?
Let's see what I memorized from my debriefing. Male, he's tall, blonde, 182 pounds, not that heavy. 41, he's older than me. Narcissistic was his personality type. Do we just start complimenting blonde guys until one of them has a reaction?
Narcissistic, self-aggrandizing. Theater district's a good place for that. You think he's performing?
That was going to be my thought. Maybe he's an actor. He's wanted for tax evasion and murder. That's a hell of a combination.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they got Capone, wasn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Your taxes have to be pretty bad to have to murder your accountant, if that's what happened.
Yeah. Biggest theater on the block is that joint.
Harper, what you think?
Well, if I remember correctly, he's also violent. We don't want to make a scene. And I could only assume he's in the same state of mind as we are. He's not like, and I just motion to, everybody on the street. If he sees us, he'll know what we're here for.
Yeah.
Not if we don't dress like we're here for him. Maybe we dress glamorously, like if we're actors in the theater district. Blend in by standing out.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, Draper, but I think you might be right.
Cooper's looking around to see what other people are dressed in.
Everyone here that you can see is dressed as if for a night on the town. The actors, you presume, are in the theaters. And as you're looking a bit closer at the buildings, you can't read titles, but you can see that some of them have like a singular poster or the marquee with like one block of what might be a word, and others have multiple posters, sort of like a movie theater.
Do any of the posters have his face on it?
There it is.
Again, give me an argument for whatever role, but instinct or access, probably instinct is the closest.
Yeah, I think instinct would be the closest.
Okay.
12, again.
Okay. As you're looking specifically for your HP's face, you see it on a like there's a poster in the middle of the street pointing towards the biggest theater on the strip.
That's our guy.
Yeah, I just kind of pointed out to everybody.
Right, game plan. You know what we need to do, right?
Buy tickets and watch the show.
When we get to him.
How do you capture him, Draper?
I don't know. I was thinking I wish up a net or something like that. Just catch him like in a fishnet.
Oh my god.
What do you think these are for? And I touch the question mark pins.
Is this like Ghostbusters? Like, will something shoot out of this or something? Do I have to aim?
No. So, Harper, I'm assuming Harper, you were always. I remember. What little I remember of training, you're good at physical stuff. So we gotta get a hold of him, and we gotta pin this on him literally. Right is right.
Oh, got to pin it on him. Okay. But maybe after the show, when he's signing autographs, I get him into a position, and that's where you jump up behind him.
It's not a bad idea. Narcissistic. Yeah, we play up to his ego.
What if you all give me all your money and I pay for special VIP access to him alone after the show?
I don't trust you with that, Draper.
Look, if there's one thing you can trust about me, it's that. Okay, you make a fair point. There's not a lot you can trust about me. All right, I'll do whatever you guys want. Fine.
You keep saying that.
Look. I realize that this can't be a one-man mission. I've got to make you guys trust me, so I will do what you want to prove that I'm trustworthy.
Okay.
And then one day we can all break out of this together, Truman style.
He's
Truman
just
Show
kidding.
style.
He's just kidding. He's just kidding. He doesn't mean that. Okay. Shall we? Harper, would you like to lead the way?
Are we changing our clothes?
I don't think we should stand out.
We
look like actors, the people are going to see us and be curious. And
let's at least change into like bow ties, like if we were going into a show.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna think about wearing a bow tie and a jacket with tails on it, like really long tails.
Okay. Access. Anyone who wants to change, costume change, roll an access for me, please.
Beautiful.
So I was too busy thinking about other things when you were describing what everybody was wearing. Would changing into some sort of like a formal type dress fit the vibe of going into the theater?
Yeah, it's the women appear to be wearing kind of like there's a mixture of evening wear and like flapper type dresses.
Okay. I think
there are some in like suits and whatnot, but
I would love to do like an E01 style red dress.
Fabulous.
Hey.
Love it. I succeeded with a 14.
16.
And a top hat.
Well, I'm just
thin
going to
air.
keep rolling 12s.
All right. Since we haven't done this yet, first I need everyone to move an item from one bowl to the next. And next, everyone describe what you look like in your fancy new duds.
Yes.
Well, Draper was looking pretty disheveled. His hair is very purposely not well kept. He has a kind of a heavier beard growing, and he kind of carries himself as if he doesn't really care much about how he looks. So although he's now in a very nice outfit, he looks a little frumpy in it. The shirt's a little wrinkled, and his hair is still a mess. But he's a little thinner and a little bit more kind of lithe than I am. Just kind of a wiry guy.
Agent Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper is probably about 5'10", just shy of 5'11", depending on the shoes he's wearing, and depending on the day. But he's now wearing like a kind of just like a regular black suit, limited by the extent of his imagination. The main change was a straight normal tie to a bow tie. He has kind of strawberry blonde hair that's cut in like a very like regulation, like high and tight, and very clean shaven, like very much the rule follower, and these like green eyes that are just constantly kind of like darting around, just waiting, like as if he's just waiting for someone or something to jump around the next corner at him.
And Harper.
Yeah, Harper has like reddish brown hair that's super curly and just like not really, there's no part to it at all. It just kind of flops around in places. Pretty short, like to the shoulders. She has green eyes and she stands at about 5'6". And while usually, or before having been in like a full suit, she now stands in a red dress that goes just a little bit below the knees, and has really thin straps up at the top.
So, with your costume change, I presume you proceed down to the theater? It takes a while, but also no time at all, and you find yourselves in front of the biggest theater on the block. You see multiple posters, not unlike a movie house, but massive doors that are swung open, a red carpet that leads inside. And as you step in, I guess I should ask, do you step in through the doors?
Does it look like we need to like purchase tickets at like a booth or something like that?
There is a stand on the side with like a little window, with a person standing in it.
But that would require interacting with the personality. Yeah, so we just step through.
Okay. Does anyone else try to interact with the person at the booth?
Draper, don't you fucking do it.
I definitely, if he seems to be leaning in that direction, I just hook my arm with his, and I'm like, no. And we just walk through calmly.
Good looking
I'll
out.
take Harper's arm and I kind of hold it tight and I go, Harper, give me your theory as to why everything is set in the 1920s. What do you think? Why? Why is the collective human unconscious stuck in the turn of the century?
It's a really great question that I would love to address later.
Okay, as long as you're thinking about it.
As you step inside on this plush red carpet, the foyer is richly decorated in Art Deco with a massive curved staircase that leads up to the second floor balcony. The chandeliers twinkle in the light, and there is a wide concession stand where you see some folks in some little jaunty caps selling popcorn and snacks and drinks. And there are multiple doors leading out of this room and on the balcony into what you can only assume are the different theaters for the different shows.
Okay, so let's say this show happens. We got to catch this guy off guard. There's got to be some way to isolate him. Like, what if the fire alarm is tripped? Actually, I don't know if we have fire alarms.
That would definitely cause a scene, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to disrupt the way things are happening here.
Okay, so if we don't want to disrupt anything, then we need to follow him home when he's alone or something. If he even goes home.
Or a dressing room.
There it is.
Dressing room.
Dressing room.
He'll be alone a couple minutes right before the show starts.
We check him out.
What do you guys say? You go do it, and I'm going to get some of this dream popcorn.
I am not leaving you alone for a single solitary second, Draper.
It's part of the costume. I would be having popcorn like everybody else.
Yeah,
I want to know what dream popcorn tastes like.
Probably tastes like chicken, like everything else.
Now that you have it in my head, yes, it will taste like chicken. God damn it.
Yep, ruined it for you. There you go. Let's go. Oh, God.
What if one of us has a delivery for him?
Popcorn?
No, not popcorn, Draper.
The script?
Ooh, a new script, yeah.
Revisions, yes.
Can I think of the greatest screenplay I'll ever write and pull it out of my pocket?
Make an access roll.
Hey, there you go.
That's 13.
Nice.
You feel, a big manila envelope comes out of your pocket with the, the string that you wrap around the handles.
I'm going to lift it up and read the title.
Gray
Gray Were the Skies. That's the name of it. He'll like it because it's like his name, Evan Gray.
Genius. That's good.
Playing up to him, right?
Yeah,
okay.
that's
I'm not useless.
Nope.
Okay, let me tidy myself up here. All right, I'm ready. Are you guys going to come as my agents, or what are you guys doing? Are you guys just kind of hiding?
Producers.
Producers. Yes, you look like producers. Okay. All right, let's try to go for backstage.
Oh, let's do it.
Just look like we belong here.
Oh.
And we'll start making our way towards we can find the backstage.
I will allow an instinct or an access to try to find backstage.
All of us, or just one person?
This is
Whoever
my
wants
wheelhouse.
to.
Instinct
So,
is my best skill. All right,
I'm rolled a 19 for access.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Heart rate's
Looking
getting a
around,
little high.
Cooper. Heart's rushing a little. You're looking around, Cooper, and eventually you spot one of the people from behind the concessions pile up some glass bottles of water, and a couple of like snacks and whatnot on a big tray, and start walking kind of back behind where they have a concession stand and then like a door that goes behind it, heading in that direction.
Yeah, Cooper will kind of gesture with his head and start leading the way.
We'll follow.
You all head back and follow this person with the tray, and eventually you find yourself in kind of a bigger room, but it's less glamorous than the rest. It's got a couple of long tables, and they're just setting out the bottles on basically a craft table. And off of this room, there are a number of doors with stars on them.
But we can't read the names.
That is correct.
Yep, love it. Okay. Is there Okay, yep, got it. I will what's like the first one we see?
It's a door with a star on it.
God damn it. Yeah, I'll just knock.
Okay. You wait for a moment. Somebody call highs or lows.
Oh shit. Hi.
The door opens, and a gentleman in shirt sleeves and slacks, his suspenders down off his shoulders, stands in front of you. It is, at least as far as the picture goes, Evan Gray.
Oh,
All
shit.
All of us are like, oh shit.
Can I help you?
First try.
Say, chum, you want to read a new script?
The one that we're going on in like 10 minutes?
Nah, new one, new production.
Make some kind of roll. Tell me what you want to roll to convince this man to let you into his dressing room.
Okay. I'm going to argue for access because
Okay.
I'm trying to gain access to his dressing room.
I'll allow it.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. A generous and kind GM you are.
Mhm.
That's a fucking 24. I gotta quit rolling.
He looks you up and down, and he says, they can hold the show off for me. Come on in. And he steps back and lets y'all in the room. It's not huge, but it's got, the angled mirror and the lights, and there's a couch, and there's some snacks and a bouquet of flowers, and he's you don't mind if I keep getting dressed, do you? It's I gotta go on soon, but give me your pitch. Go on.
As we're heading in, Harper's the last one in, closes the door and locks it.
Draper will say, "No, in fact, you can be in any state of undress that you like, Mr. Gray. My name's Draper, and I wrote the screenplay, and I'm so excited to give it to you. Your last performances were amazing. I think you'd be perfect for the part." And I'll hand him the script.
He's doing up his cufflinks, and he kind of looks at it. Give me the 5 minutes. I gotta. But I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Give me the 5 minutes. I gotta get dressed.
5 minutes of time, or the pitch? You want a 5-minute pitch?
Give me the pitch. Give me the pitch.
Yeah,
You've never done this before, have you?
No, I haven't done it in front of such an illustrious actor before. That's all.
He's an intern. We're letting him get his feet under him.
Yeah, an intern that wrote a script you're gonna love, and it's about an amazing actor with the most beautiful face, and he begins doing things, bad things. He gets in trouble, but he gets away with them. But then eventually, a couple people come around and kick his fucking ass for being such a bad guy, and he goes to jail. What do you think?
He stops, arranging his cufflink. And his grin gets a little bit too big. And he says, "Ah. So we gonna do this or what?"
I charge at him.
I was waiting for that.
Yep.
All right.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
What would you like to
5
do?
by 10 room.
I think my goal is to charge at him and get him in some sort of like a headlock or something to
Okay.
hold him and open him up for someone else to use their pin if possible.
Yeah,
Sure.
like try to like the full Nelson with the arms under his, and then yeah.
Go ahead and make your force roll.
Oh god, okay.
And Cooper is immediately starting to fumble with the pin, like trying to like, get it off.
Holy shit. Oh no.
I don't like that.
Did you
I
roll
do.
a high number?
29.
Ooh.
So it's a success, but God, that heart rate.
Oh yeah. Great. So yeah, you do that. This is your first HP. It makes sense that you'd be a little bit whew. But you do it. You get him into a full lock and he's just struggling against you.
I would like to think I'm like slammed into the wait, is there a
The glass.
fucking mirror in here? Is there
There
a
is.
mirror?
There is a mirror in here.
I
Carrie.
don't like that. I'm not gonna look in it. But
I can't imagine
yeah.
why.
like my back's slammed up against the mirror and I'm just holding and kind of like sitting on that counter.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my hand on Cooper's lapel and keep him from pulling the pin off and get up right up on Evan Gray. See, who do you work for? How did you get access to Blue City?
No, fucking.
Fucking do it.
Now's our time to find out who the hell this dude is. Is he a personality or is he like us?
I pulled a gun from my pocket.
Before
What'd
you
you
do
do
that, Evan Gray rips an arm out and just punches Draper in the face, like
Fuck.
full on in the
Oh,
face.
shit.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm
Cooper,
not.
you're pulling a gun. What's going on?
Fucking just Draper. Fucking get the pin on him now.
I'll try to put it on him.
Make a force roll to try to pin him.
I'm not very good at that, but let's see. Here we go. Oh, with only 3 dice, that's 13.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay.
The pin is on him.
Right.
Now what? Now what?
Right. Right
Right is
turn
right, Draper.
Right is right. I'll wave my right hand at him.
No, turn the pin
You
right.
hear a knock
Oh, oh,
at the
oh.
door.
Can I-
Excuse me, Mr. Gray, is everything all right? And he begins shouting back,
I want to
Oh.
pull on his like chokehold.
There you go.
Yeah.
everybody move one item into the bowl from the other bowl.
I'll try to turn the pin the correct way.
You turn
Right.
the pin to the right, great, and almost mid-shout, he pop disappears. Harper, you're holding nothing but air.
Hey, that was amazing.
Fucking Draper. What the?
He's,
Gone back in.
it was the only other person other than us that is in here that would answer honestly as to what's going on.
You hear the
Roger.
doorknob rattle. Mr. Gray? Mr. Gray? Security's coming.
We need to go.
Just a minute.
Harper's a girl. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Make a instinct roll, please.
Just hit 11.
Hey,
Okay.
all right.
All right then. Do you still need security, sir?
No, just getting frisky in here, and I thought maybe it was a funny gaff, but everything's fine. I'll be on stage in just a minute.
Very good, sir. All right, and you hear heels walking away.
There's no way she bought it. We need to get out of here.
Call control. Call him on the. You got the walkie-talkie, right?
Control. We did our job.
You hear static. Roll an access roll.
That's 12 with 2 dice.
Okay.
What is the problem now, Agent Draper?
Oh, we pinned them. We got them. So that's it, right? We can go home.
Head back to the city, Agent Draper. Find an ejection point.
Oh, yes, ejection point. Yeah, thank you. Have a nice one. Bye. I guess
What's an ejection point again?
I don't know. I mean, what's a 1920s version of an ejection point? Is it a plumber's pipe or something? I don't know. We
Would I
gotta
have
find
any
a.
reason? Would I have any reason to believe that it would be like where we came in, or
I will allow any of the 3 attributes to try to figure that out. The strategy falls under force.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
So.
Oh God, I don't know if I want to roll 4 fucking dice.
You can.
Your heart rate is lower than ours. Do it.
Not after that 29 or whatever it was.
Oh,
yeah, that was
that's
a
true.
lot. Fuck it.
YOLO.
Okay. That's an 11 exactly.
Oh, nice.
So, no, it would not be where you appeared. You know that direct access to control, must be done, in the same area, so you'd have to ride the trolley back. Clarence did give you tokens for the ride back. But, you saw phone booths at the trolley station. Direct line.
Okay. So I think I'm like straightening my dress straps and I'm like, okay, we just walk out calmly, like we're supposed to be here, and we head to the phone booths.
Easy.
Everybody move an item from one bowl to the next.
My stomach hurts.
And you all hear a boom as an explosion goes off in the building. You hear screaming, panic, and a fire alarm rings.
My doppelganger just did something.
Draper,
My
they got fire
doppelganger set
alarms.
off the fire alarm.
Somebody was thinking what we were thinking. I mean, do we check it out?
No, we go. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Like, this is getting hairy.
Are there any
Okay.
windows in here?
Not off this room, no.
Okay.
I know the theaters usually you can go up like stairs up to the roof. Maybe we can get out that way.
Fucking roof.
What floor are we on right now?
Ground floor.
But there might be a fire exit back. I mean, if we head out to the left, there might be a fire exit at the end of the hallway. There usually is.
Okay, fair enough. Highs or lows?
Fuck my life. Let's go with lows this time.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the left, and there is, in fact, a fire escape that is already open. People are pouring out of the exit.
Blend it in. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
The
hope
rain
Evan
has
Gray's
gotten
okay.
worse. The rain has gotten worse. But you make yourselves scarce outside into the crowd, and you are back out in the theater district.
Okay. Make our way over to the trolley, right?
The trolley, yeah. Find the
Easy,
trolley.
easy.
Beelining, yeah.
I think we're gonna get accommodations for this. This was a great mission.
Yeah, it could have gone worse.
You make yourselves to the trolley station, and you arrive. And you wait. And eventually the trolley shows up. The doors hiss open.
Tokens.
Hard quick cuts of coin.
Do you all drop your coins?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
drop a
most
coin.
certainly do.
Okay. Doors shut, and the trolley starts moving.
I haven't had a ton of interactions with the personalities down here or up here, however you view it. But I've had more than the other two. Did our short interaction with Evan Gray seem like it was a struggle of a person who is fully conscious, or do I get more of a vibe like the lady from the art gallery? There's something kind of NPC-ish about them.
Yeah, I would say you get more of a, for want of a better term, he seemed more awake than the woman in the gallery.
I like
I
that.
just can't stop thinking about the fact that this guy seemed like us, which means he has somehow access to this place. So that means normal folks can get down here.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, we don't know. We don't know what we don't know, right? Like, maybe the whole reason we were sent to get him was because what he's doing is having an effect. We don't know how this shit works. I don't want to go down that same road. I don't want to give another 3 of us an excuse to come after you or me or Harper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just purely conjecture. It's just scientific conjecture, theory,
Draper,
hypotheses.
I don't know what it is, man, but nothing with you seems simple. It's not simple anything.
You'll be thanking me when we have our revolution.
Everybody move an item from one bowl to the next.
A little soon, a little quick. I don't know how I feel about that.
This is all the XP we're gaining.
That's right, baby.
Is there
Absolutely.
anyone on this trolley with us right now?
There is. That same woman reading a book.
Don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, I remember her.
I don't like that look either, Harper.
I don't know what you mean.
There's some contemplation happening.
There needs to be more contemplation happening. We can figure things out quicker.
All I know is my heart's been going like a fucking jackhammer God, since we got to the theater. I feel like I'm about to have a fucking heart attack, man.
I bet you feel more alive than you have in weeks.
Yeah, I do, but God almighty, I don't know what that means. I don't want to find out. What if that's what happened to Gardner?
Probably is, honestly.
Dude was
Seems to be
old.
the only thing that they don't like is us asking too many questions.
But like, there's got to be a reason, right?
Yeah, but there was, I'm sure the Pharaoh had her lots of reasons to keep the Israelites from getting free. I'm sure all the fucking people in the world who hang on to people and don't let them do what they want have a good reason.
Just don't get me killed, man.
Hey, I didn't get you killed. I'm behind you guys. Harper, Cooper, Draper, we're the Purrs. We're the Purr team.
Well,
It's gonna...
you almost did. You ate a fucking knuckle sandwich because you wanted to ask him questions.
Yeah, that did hurt. Yeah.
His arm slipped.
Yeah. Well, we're still alive. We're doing okay. I think they're gonna like the job we did.
Yeah, in, out, short, straight, to the point. Mostly.
Mostly, exactly. I bet you we're gonna win a prize for who's been down here the shortest.
You know what
I mean, it's
prize
been
I want?
what?
I want to keep breathing. I love that prize. That's my favorite prize. The best. Harper, you're quiet. Why are you so quiet?
I just look pointedly at Draper and then say, just feels wrong. Something feels wrong. This was too easy, all right? I was expecting this to be hard.
I don't think they'd send amateurs like us on a fucking anything other than a milk run for the first time. You know what I mean? They probably assessed the risk and were like, let's send 3 juniors. It's a field assessment. In and out.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we're about to get to the phones. What worse could happen to us?
Well, now that you fucking said it out loud.
Just don't think it.
Is the woman reacting to any of this conversation?
It doesn't appear to be. You can make a roll to see, to take a closer look.
Yeah, okay.
For the record, I literally cannot roll another success.
Beautiful.
What would this be, like intuition? Like an instinct?
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it.
Well, That is exactly a fucking 11.
Hey,
Nice.
that's what I'm talking about.
She doesn't seem to be tensing, but her head tilts just a little bit in your direction.
Sure is a nice trolley.
Yeah,
Best.
the nicest. Yeah, love it on these trolleys. So uncrowded, right? So few people. Just really stretch out.
I really enjoy your reading.
Oh, I don't have anything to read.
Wait, did you say that to the personality?
No, I just said that to who? Harper.
I said, and really enjoy your reading.
Yeah. Oh god.
She does not make a move in your direction.
Cooper is pointedly staring out the window.
Cityscape passes by. The trolley slows. Oh,
No, go ahead.
and it comes to a stop. The woman closes her book, puts it in her bag, and steps off when the door opens. You have arrived back in the center of Blue City.
Beeline
If I look
for
very
the-
quickly, if I look very quickly in like another train, there's not the same woman getting off the train, right?
There's no other train.
I guess what I mean to say, yeah, I guess there's only one car is what I'm trying to figure out, right?
If you'd like to make an instinct or an access to see where she's going, you certainly can.
Yeah, she intrigues me enough that I'll roll instinct.
Okay.
Okay, that's 11.
Okay. So, the woman at the art gallery, you got a very NPC vibe. Evan Gray, you had a very awake vibe. She gives you a little column A, a little column B. Almost as if it's one of those waking up in a dream and backing off and waking up in a dream. That semi-consciousness that you sometimes get when you're deep in sleep. So she seems to notice you and then kind of drifts away again.
I won't stray too far from the group, but I will come back to them and be like, okay, she was different because she seemed in and out of it. Because I'm just talking out loud, just noting the things that I see.
going for the phone booths.
Okay, you go for the phone booth.
Please,
What do
after
you
you,
do?
go ahead.
There are multiple, I will point out.
Yeah, I'll pick one and just grab the handset.
Okay, roll an access roll.
Oh, fuck.
Good luck on succeeding.
Yeah,
Godspeed.
this isn't gonna be good. I mean, I rolled a 22, but that puts me at standby. Let me do some
Oh,
simple
boy.
math here.
Gets in the
puts
phone
me-
booth and just fucking explodes. And we're like,
So that puts me at 197. My maximum heart rate is 186.
Great. Love it. Harper and Draper, all you see is Cooper disappear.
you know, I was thinking about something.
What were you thinking about?
Where did he go?
I mean, back to his body, back to consciousness.
Where the hell was that?
I don't know. Wherever. I mean, he's Evan Gray. I assume has some kind of setup the way Control does.
Why
Listen.
would they have?
Harper, Cooper, he's clearly afraid, and I get it. I would be afraid too. I am afraid. But my fear comes out in a different way. If we were to all work together and convince Cooper, we wouldn't have to be afraid. Doesn't that make sense? Isn't that better than just being all alone and afraid?
Work together for what? What are you trying to say?
The little things, just little things, like putting things together, like making sense of what is happening to us.
Who's to say we're even gonna see each other again when we wake up?
I'll dream of you.
That's sweet.
Well, if I do see you again, think about it. And I'll let go of the phone and let her do whatever she wants.
Oh, I'm not leaving you here by yourself.
All right. Pick up the phone. I'll put it to my ear.
Make your access roll.
That's 13, which I think just puts me over my heart rate, 180.
You wake up, sharp intake of breath, and your handler and another person in doctor's scrubs, a white jacket, are standing over you. They've got a syringe in your arm, and you feel a wave of calm wash over you.
I just look to make sure that Cooper's okay.
You see 4 different people surrounding Cooper, his handler, and 3 others. The defibrillator has been discarded. The monitor strapped to his wrist is beeping steadily, but he looks gray and pinched and not great.
Fighting the calming effects of the narcotics as much as possible, I just kind of whisper out, "You bastards, you're killing us," and I just kind of go back to resting and sitting in the euphoria.
Harper.
I step into the phone booth. I take off my pen.
Mm-hmm.
And I drop it on the ground outside of the phone booth, just to leave it here, just to see. And then I pick up the phone.
As you pick up the phone, it starts to snow. Make your access roll.
Ooh.
That's a 6.
You can what is it, risky action? You can roll again.
You can roll again if you'd like, and it'll add the additional number of dice, but nothing happens when you call.
It'll add 2 more dice, or
However
I just
many. Yeah, so you can re-roll, but the total is again added to your heart rate.
Oh, gotcha. It's getting pretty close. Yeah, I'll try again. That's 11.
Nice.
All right. A chill.
Wait, hold on. I exactly hit my maximum heart rate.
A chill comes over you as the snow whips into the booth. And you wake up with a gasp. And again, you as well, you feel a syringe into your arm, and a wave of narcotic sleep washes over you. There are a couple people around you, many around Cooper, a couple around Draper, but you're alive. You all are back to your rooms. And that is the conclusion of our dive today.